Have you ever like stopped and thought about how important water really is
Oh, yeah.
to your body?
Yeah.
I mean, we all know we need to drink water, right? But
Yeah.
it's, I recently saw this video where this guy drank a gallon of water
Wow.
every day for a week. And it just like really got me thinking.
A gallon a day.
A gallon a day.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to take it for granted.
It is.
You know, we think about food, we think about exercise,
Right.
but water is kind of...
Yeah. You just turn on the tap and there it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the video even pointed out that we can survive for weeks
Oh, yeah.
without food,
Right.
but only a few days without water.
It's true.
So that's
Yeah.
kind of mind-blowing when you think about it like that.
It is the essence of life.
Yeah.
It really is.
So we're doing a deep dive today on hydration.
Absolutely.
And going kind of beyond that video.
Yeah.
Exploring like all the ways that water impacts our bodies and minds.
All fascinating ways.
Yeah. So to start with the basics,
Okay.
the video showed this graphic, and it was really interesting
Okay. Yeah.
to see that we're like 60% water.
Yeah.
Our bodies are 60% water.
Mm-hmm.
Our brains are almost 80% water.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, the brain needs a lot of,
Yeah.
water to function properly.
Yeah.
It's really quite amazing.
It is. And I like how they compared it to,
Uh-huh.
if you think about your body as like a complex machine.
Yeah, like a car.
Like a car. Yeah.
A car needs oil to run.
Yeah.
Our bodies need water.
Yeah.
And water is involved in every single process.
Wow.
It's joint movement, it's temperature regulation.
So it's like water is the oil.
Exactly.
Or keeps our bodies
Keeps our bodies
running.
Yeah, and without enough water, things start to break down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just like a car would seize up without oil.
Yeah.
Our bodies can't function properly without enough water.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Now, the video that I saw really focused on athletes and how important hydration is for physical performance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious, how does water actually help athletes perform better?
Well, think about how muscles work.
Okay.
They need to contract and relax smoothly, right?
Wow.
And water is a key part of that process.
Oh.
When you're dehydrated, your muscles can become stiff and cramped,
Yeah.
which limits your range of motion,
Yeah.
increases your risk of injury.
So water is literally keeping things running smoothly.
Exactly. It also helps regulate body temperature, which is especially important for athletes who are really pushing their bodies to the limit.
Yeah.
When you sweat, you lose water and electrolytes, which can lead to overheating if you're not replenishing those fluids.
I've totally felt that.
Oh, yeah.
Overheating during a workout
We've all been there.
when I haven't had enough water. Yeah.
It's that feeling of just like,
Yeah.
you can't go any further.
Yeah, you just hit a wall.
You hit a wall.
Yeah.
And that's why athletes pay such close attention to hydration. It can make a huge difference in their performance and how quickly they recover.
Okay, so we've talked about how important water is for our physical well-being.
Mm-hmm.
But the video also mentioned some cognitive benefits.
Oh, yeah.
And this kind of made me wonder, how does hydration impact our minds?
That's a great question, and it's something that's often overlooked.
Right.
Our brains are very sensitive to even slight changes in hydration levels.
Okay.
Think of it this way. If your brain isn't properly hydrated,
Okay.
it's like a plant that hasn't been watered.
It starts to wilt.
Exactly. It starts to wilt. And studies have shown that even mild dehydration
All right.
can impair cognitive function.
Wow. What do you mean by mild dehydration?
So mild dehydration is when you've lost just 1 to 2%
Oh, wow.
of your body's water content.
Okay.
And you might not even feel thirsty at that point,
Oh.
but it can impact your focus, your memory,
Wow.
even your mood.
So those times when I'm feeling like foggy
It's possible.
or having trouble concentrating,
It could be dehydration.
it could be because I haven't had enough water.
It's definitely possible.
Wow. I had no idea it could happen that quickly.
It can happen very quickly.
So staying properly hydrated is like giving your brain the fuel it needs to
Exactly.
function at its best.
It's like giving your brain a nice big drink of water.
Yeah.
And it can function the way it's supposed to.
That's really incredible how something as simple as water
I know.
can have such a profound impact on our
It's amazing.
cognitive abilities.
It is.
Now, speaking of kind of the bigger picture,
Okay.
the video also mentioned that hydration can have broader implications,
It can.
even impacting society as a whole.
Right.
So can you tell me more about that?
Absolutely. You see, when we zoom out
Yeah.
and look at the population level,
Mm-hmm.
there are some fascinating trends that are emerging
Okay.
that suggest a link between hydration and overall public health.
Oh, wow. Like what?
Well, for instance, some research indicates that proper hydration might play a role in reducing the risk of certain chronic diseases.
Really?
Of course, more research is needed,
Okay.
but these initial findings
Yeah.
are certainly intriguing.
This is all so interesting.
It is.
It's amazing that we overlook something as simple as water.
I know, but that's why deep dives like this are so important.
Yeah.
We unpack these often overlooked aspects of our lives and understand their true significance.
I'm really excited to learn more.
Me too.
So where do we go from here?
Well, now that we've established this foundational importance of water, let's explore some of those broader implications in greater detail.
Okay.
We'll delve into the research on hydration's impact on things like school performance
Yeah.
and overall societal well-being.
This sounds fascinating. Let's dive in.
Let's do it.
So we've talked about how crucial water is for our own bodies and minds.
Yeah.
But I'm really intrigued by this idea that hydration could have these bigger societal impacts.
It is fascinating, isn't it? When we start to think about hydration, not just for us, but for like everybody, it really opens up a whole new dimension to the conversation.
Yeah, the video touched on this idea of hydration affecting things like
Right.
school performance and even overall public health. Like, where do we even begin to unpack something that big?
Well, one place to start is with the research that's been done on hydration and school performance.
Okay.
It might sound surprising, but there's a growing body of evidence suggesting that kids who are properly hydrated actually perform better academically.
Really? So something as simple as drinking enough water could actually help kids learn better?
That's what some studies are showing.
Wow.
Remember how we talked about the cognitive benefits of hydration?
Yeah.
Things like improved focus and memory?
Yeah.
Those are essential skills for learning and retaining information.
Right.
When kids are dehydrated, their brains just simply can't function at their best.
That makes you wonder how many kids might be struggling in school simply because they're not drinking enough water.
Yeah, it's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And it really highlights the importance of raising awareness about the importance of hydration.
Especially in school settings.
Especially in school settings.
Yeah.
Imagine the impact it could have if we made sure all kids had access to clean drinking water throughout the day.
It could be a game changer.
It could.
I remember being in school and feeling sluggish in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Especially during long classes.
Yeah.
I bet I wasn't drinking enough water back then.
Probably not, no.
And this connection between hydration and cognitive function isn't limited to school children.
No, it's not.
Okay.
There's also research suggesting that even mild dehydration can impact workplace productivity.
So you're saying that afternoon slump I get at work?
Possibly.
Could be because I haven't had enough water?
It's definitely a possibility. Remember, even losing just 1 to 2% of your body's water content can affect your alertness and focus.
Yeah.
And when you're trying to concentrate on complex tasks or make important decisions, that can make a big difference.
It's amazing how something we often take for granted can have such a ripple effect on our daily lives.
Absolutely. And this brings us to another intriguing area of research that explores the link between hydration and overall public health. Some studies suggest that proper hydration might play a role in reducing the risk of certain chronic diseases.
Wow. So we're talking about potentially preventing serious health problems just by drinking enough water.
Potentially, yeah.
Which diseases are we talking about?
Well, it's important to note that more research is needed in this area. But some studies have shown a correlation between adequate hydration and a reduced risk of conditions like kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and even certain types of cancer.
That's incredible.
It's pretty amazing.
It really puts the power of hydration into perspective.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, it's not a magic bullet.
Right.
And there are many factors that contribute to these conditions, but it's fascinating to think that something as simple as drinking enough water could potentially play a role in preventing them.
So we've gone from talking about how water keeps our bodies running smoothly to how it impacts our minds.
Right.
And even potentially our long-term health.
That's right.
It's like peeling back the layers of an onion, and with each layer, we're discovering more about the profound impact of hydration.
I love that analogy. It's a beautiful analogy.
Yeah.
And it speaks to the fact that there's still so much we don't know
Right.
about water and its role in our lives.
Yeah.
But the more we explore, the more we realize that it's truly fundamental to our well-being on every level.
Now, the video we discussed earlier recommended drinking a gallon of water a day.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd suggest for everyone?
Yeah. Not necessarily. While the video certainly highlighted the importance of hydration, a gallon a day is a pretty ambitious goal.
Yeah, it is a lot.
And might not be appropriate for everyone.
Okay.
Individual needs vary.
Right.
Depending on factors like body size, activity level, and climate.
So what's a good way to figure out how much water you should be drinking?
A good rule of thumb is to listen to your body.
Okay.
And pay attention to your thirst cues.
Okay.
Drink when you're thirsty.
Yeah.
And aim to spread your fluid intake throughout the day.
Okay.
Rather than trying to chug it all at once.
Okay, that makes sense. It's about finding that balance.
Exactly.
That works for you.
Yeah, and it's always a good idea to consult with your healthcare provider for personalized advice.
Right.
Especially if you have any underlying health conditions.
This entire deep dive has been so eye-opening. I'm definitely going to be more mindful of my hydration from now on.
That's fantastic to hear.
Yeah.
Awareness is the first step.
Yeah.
Now that you have a deeper understanding of the importance of hydration, you can make informed choices that support your well-being.
So where do we go from here? What's the next step on this hydration journey?
Well, now that we've explored the science and the broader societal implications, let's shift our focus to the individual level.
Okay.
We'll delve into some practical tips and strategies for staying properly hydrated in your daily life.
That sounds incredibly useful.
Yeah.
Let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
You know, after learning all this about hydration, I'm starting to feel a little thirsty myself.
It's funny how that happens, isn't it? Once you start thinking about something, you become very aware of it.
Yeah, it's like this conversation has like unlocked this whole new awareness of like what's going on inside my body.
I know exactly what you mean.
So we've covered a lot of ground today, from like the science of hydration to its impact on everything, from our brains to like our communities.
Absolutely.
What I'm curious about now is like some practical tips.
Like, how can we actually put all this knowledge into practice in our daily lives?
Well, the good news is staying properly hydrated doesn't have to be complicated.
Okay.
There are lots of simple strategies you can incorporate into your routine.
Like what? Give us the inside scoop.
Okay, well, first and foremost, listen to your body's signals.
Okay.
Thirst is your body's natural way of telling you it needs more fluids.
Okay.
So don't ignore it.
Okay.
Keep a water bottle handy throughout the day. And sip on it regularly, even if you don't feel parched.
That's good advice. I'm definitely guilty of waiting until I'm like super thirsty to finally reach for my water bottle.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
But the key is to stay ahead of the curve. Think of it like preventative maintenance for your body.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So besides keeping a water bottle with me, what else can I do?
Another helpful tip is to make hydration a part of your daily habits.
Okay.
For example, you could start your day with a glass of water.
Before your morning coffee. Or have a glass of water with each meal.
Okay, those are easy enough to remember. What about when I'm exercising?
Yes.
I know that's when I need to be extra careful about hydration.
Absolutely. If you're working up a sweat, you need to replenish those fluids that you're losing.
Okay.
A good rule of thumb is to drink water before, during, and after your workout.
Are there certain foods that can help with hydration?
Yes.
I've heard that fruits and vegetables are good sources of water.
You are absolutely right.
Okay.
Many fruits and vegetables are naturally high in water content.
Okay.
Watermelon, cucumbers, spinach, strawberries.
Wow.
Just a few examples.
So it's not just about drinking water. It's about incorporating hydrating foods into our diets as well.
Exactly. Think of it as a holistic approach to hydration.
This has been such a fascinating deep dive.
It has.
I feel like I've gained a whole new appreciation for water.
Good.
And its importance in our lives.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
And we hope you have too. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of hydration.
It's been a pleasure.
Remember, staying hydrated is one of the simplest yet most powerful things
Absolutely.
you can do for your overall well-being.
It really is.
So as you go about your day, we encourage you to be mindful of your hydration.
Yes.
Listen to your body. Make water your beverage of choice. And enjoy the many benefits that come with staying properly hydrated.
Absolutely.
Until next time, stay curious.
Yes.
And stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.